Hey guys, Justin here. I'm in Glen Iris right now at the 827 terminus. So that's the ending stop right there on that side in the dirt, and then the other side, terrible starting stop at the mulch. Absolutely terrible. But we'll get the bus in. It's 1485 on the 827 today because it departed with my 844 that I took earlier on. I drop off on Forest Highway, which is right next to us. And then conveniently, someone actually break open the fence. I mean, probably it's just for convenience, right next to the bus stop, and I can just walk straight in here instead of actually walking on the highway outside, then loop from there and then comes in. No. So thank you whoever did that, probably the residents around here. But we'll film it back to Bunbury Bus Station. So there are some changes with this route after Mark came to film last time, which I think every single trip comes up here now. In the past, I don't think every trip comes up here. And still 2 hours per bus, unfortunately, for this route. Terrible. But there's one new section right over there, just down the road. There's one new section that's actually doing a mono-directional loop for both directions, which that loop is actually recently introduced like last year, mid-last year, after Mark's visit and filmed last time. So that's why. Mark actually filmed it, but he hasn't uploaded that because of he wasn't bothered to edit that yet. So that's why we'll film it. It's just actually down the road, like a couple of stops from here to start, and then will be that new section. Then continue our way to Bunbury Bus Station via Bunbury Bus Terminal as well. Bunbury train station on the desto. But let's wait for it to come over and let's get going. We'll take a thumbnail at the back of the bus. I'm not gonna film the front. It's a female driver. I don't know whether that's okay or not with her. Actually, I'm taking photos right up front, but just to be safe, we just take the back of the bus because the desto is just gonna be Bunbury Bus Station. So what's the point? Alright, here comes the bus now. I actually just recalled that I took her bus yesterday on the 828. I filmed it as well, so not filming her coming straight on. So let's just stand back here and just wait for her to terminate. Up there she is, doing the U-turn and come straight back to start the service. She was a little late, so that's fine. Let's get on board. 1485. Okay, back on board. 1485. Just literally go straight back, literally circle around. Desto was actually via Bunbury Forum, not actually Bunbury train station. That's kind of funny. And also, this is actually the most indirect route to go from Bunbury Bus Terminal to go to Bunbury Bus Station because they take the whole loop around. And also, yes, we're going to be doing the deviations, yes. I think this is the only video that we're going to do the deviation inside the city center to serve the senior citizen center, which that is included for this route as part of the deviation. It doesn't actually serve it normally, but literally only the last trip that goes to Bunbury Bus Station of the day doesn't deviate. Maybe the morning ones also doesn't deviate, but the whole day deviating through the city center again. But this service will be the one that actually we're doing it as a deviation. Last time when we did the 832, we're actually doing it as a normal route. So here we go. I just took her at the back of the bus. That's totally fine. The other direction said Glen Iris Ince Road or something like that. Ince Road or something like that. Of course, again, no one. So, I'm back on future buses now after the 826, 825 NH. I don't know where's the old terminus. I think it actually might be just after the turn and that stop it is. It doesn't actually go all the way till the end, but here's Jeffrey Road, which we're actually we're doing the new section now. Okay, we're going that way first, but this is still not the new section. It's just this is part of the normal route. But we're gonna continue our way straight to serve the loop and then come back to continue our way down. Which the stop numbers are 747XX, so it's very, very new. All of these are just 72 and 71, so I bet they're just gonna be poles still instead of actually having big old stands, considering that's like in the middle of nowhere, that area. That section definitely makes the route even longer though. Okay, there's where we turn down, and here's the new stops. Let's get it. I'm just kidding, we still have some old stops there. Here we go, we're gonna go straight to serve the new area, which is actually really far down. I'm not joking, it's so far down. Let's see whether they're poles or not. I bet they're just poles, but this whole path, like driving right through here, you see, empty, so no bus stops here. It's just driving right through this, and then hit the houses down here, then it starts to turn around and serve the whole house, all the houses, and go straight back. Alright, we made it to the end here. Horses, there it goes. Yep, you see, what the hell we're serving over here? This is what we're serving. This is, what the hell is this? What the hell? Oh, here's some new stops, and yes, they're just poles. 74716, very new stop, is a mono-directional loop, so there's only stops on this side. There's a time stop in here. What the hell? You serious? For sure no one's gonna be stopping and getting on here. What the hell is this road? This is literally just a mono-directional road, and there's Forest Highway right there. We might get some people at Bunbury Terminal, but that's basically what it is. This is not a part of the deviation, this is a normal path. Does every single trip. Brand new houses over here. Oh, we're still turning, we're still looping. Not done yet. Go. It should take like less than 30 minutes for the whole journey, but it's still inside in the streets right now. One more stop here and then turn back down and then go straight back. No one here. That stop is so bad. What the hell? It's a big old grass patch here. Why not just use this to put the stop, and you put it right next to the ledge. Yep, down the loop, and I'll go straight back. I will write plus deviation on the title, but I'm not gonna put in the chapters because that's literally part of other routes normal sections anyways, which I filmed the 832, which is part of normal sections, so might as well just say just plus deviation and nothing in the description because all of these buses down here are still pretty decent in terms of like motors and stuff. Another trash bin down there, by the way. Always that what's happening in these regional towns. They put in bins in front, just like the Hong Kong minibuses. There's a school here, so I bet actually this stop is just for normal school services in the past. So that's why it's an old stop actually for this one. Yeah, but 718, so it's not 74. We're gonna turn down here now. Yep, here we go. That's the normal path. And continue our way through. Which actually, this is very close to Bunbury Terminal, so that's why since we go down a little bit, it's very Bunbury Terminal. And then will be the town center right away. So, yesterday I actually took the section between Bunbury Bus Terminal and also Bunbury Bus Station. Because I filmed the 826 and I take this thing back, so experienced the second half of the route, but haven't done the first half, so far absolutely empty, no one on the service, which is as expected for all of these services down here. Even the Bustleton services actually got more people. I mean, the 816 I did last time is terrible as well, but 815 is pretty packed, considering it's the longest route going over to Dunsborough. 817 also got decent usage actually that one time, except in the morning when I go over, no one on it, but no need to go down and take the routes again, people. Very nice. Probably paying cash again. No, tagging on. And you see, like this random stop, there's a shelter. Like, what the hell? I don't really get the amount of shelters in Bunbury. Like, majority of the stops have a shelter. We're not in terrible condition and there's a shelter, like, bruh. Alright, here we go. What the hell's that road? Just stops right there. Here we go, back out to some of the bigger streets. Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh, what the hell are we at right now? Alright, next will be the 845. We're gonna film from the bus station. Unfortunately, it's a 30-minute wait, but that's okay. Southwestern Highway. Alright, here's the U-turn. I don't think we used this U-turn earlier on, but that's okay. Oh, this is the U-turn at the, oh, I used this one before. I used it on the coach. But this was at night time and I used it, and so that's why. Oh, this is just the same section as the coach because we're just going to drive straight down to Bunbury Terminal now, so. Nice, you can see it in daylight, which I'm going to see it again when I take it back off to Perth, but Kwinana, sorry. It's just unfortunate there's the Armadale line shutdown, so that's why I have to do Kwinana, because actually last time the all stops was literally the same and I can actually experience more sections, but that's okay. Which Thorney to Coburn link should be opening soon, but unfortunately they're actually not opening Armadale line. So it's going to be Thorney Coburn line, not just Thorney line. And it's going to be a lavender purple color for the line. So, and all the trains were going to Coburn through the sections. And then not so sure about Armadale line. I don't know whether they're going to run Armadale line even, or just run at 15-minute frequency for Thorney to Coburn link. Or in Coburn line, and you call that there, or they're just gonna run shuttles to Cannington and turn back because they're not ready. Well, they can actually technically go to Beckenham, but they serve one more station because Beckenham is ready to go as well. But considering Beckenham is part of the Thorney to Coburn link sections, just a section, not stopping, still skipping. I think I bet it's still skipping at Beckenham, but it's just after it go back down to the unchanged section at Kenwick and Maddington, they're not ready yet. So. Looking forward to that. Testing trains already started running. They're testing the stuff already. They're actually sometimes running full line services as well for testing all the way to Coburn from Perth. So, but they're not putting on the Desto. They could put on the Desto to make it like a full train run to test everything out, whether the Destos is working, all of that. But they're just doing not in service for the train test, which is kind of Should have just done cold burn for this stuff. Considering drivers in Hong Kong, when they do testing of MTR's new lines, they do put on the Desto. They don't put it on when you can see it, but they will put it on during the whole time. Like in the past, when they do the West Rail line going over to Kai Tak for the train test before Timar line opened, terminated at Hong Kong, and then of course it still have the West Rail line Desto. As soon as the door closed, cleared the passengers, then the driver switched the Desto, set up the electronic displays inside, and as soon as it left one time, I saw the line change to brown, and then it shows, what the hell? That's the wrong way, bro. That's the wrong way, bro. You need to exit from the other side and just parking right here. Oh no, it's actually right there. That's so dumb actually. What the hell is that? The line for this shop is actually say exit this way, but then the stuff just counteracts each other. What? There's a coach right there. Which actually I want to say 827 most of the time actually times with a lot of the coaches. I'm not even joking. Is it back at the terminal? Here we are. What's this coach? Volvo B11R. What is this one? Let's check it. Pemberton. That's the one I took last time to go down to Bunbury. Not Bunbury, Bustleton. I think 271. I think that's the one I took last time. This is a time stop, so it's just stopping. Well, no one. Wow, terrible. There that goes. Oh, that's John Calvin Primary School on up there that we drove by. There'll be a lot of school services driving by the Ince Road terminus later on actually. But we don't really need to care about school services down here. I know the Destos is cool, but it's just the Destos. There's nothing actually special about the buses here. It's just NHs and future buses, which is just boring. So, plus we see NHs back in Perth. Actually, I want to say is we see NHs in Perth more than down here now. What the hell is that stop? In the middle of the grass. There's a bus there. Turning in here. Oh, not in service. There it goes. 1480. Okay, we're going straight. Turns left is the 826, which just goes straight up. But here's where we start to loop the entire area to go back to Bunbury Bus Station. So up here is actually a very confusing section, because up here we actually have 4 routes actually stops up here at Bunbury Forum. But the 827 is actually the opposite direction of all of the other routes. The other routes is the Australind and Millbridge services, the 841, 844 and 845 that goes up to Australind and Millbridge direction. And those will be stopping on our side right now when we go to Bunbury Bus Station. So that's why the 827 is opposite direction for all of the other ones, which is a little bit confusing. Turning right from here. I've taken this section, so I remember, but this is one of the more craziest stops because 4 routes on there, which is crazy. Next will be the 845. We're gonna film that, and then I would just wait for an 845 up there, unfortunately, because 845 always, most of the time, not always, most of the time will continue as an 841, and same goes to 841 will continue as an 845. So that's fine. Now I guess I can continue taking down a little bit on the 841 and then get off in the middle and get back on and then take back over, but nah, whatever, it's fine. Because they actually meant to continue, because then you can go to the other side. Now 841 usually, the usual terminus, the non-deviating terminus, the non-extending terminus, is actually not at the 845 spot. But most of the trips will just extend over there. Some outbound trips in the rush hours, quote-unquote rush hours, there's not really rush hours here, will just stop at the usual terminus, but all the inbound trips will start from the extending terminus. There's the time stop of the Bunbury Terminal, and bus coming in on the outside. Down to Bunbury Bus Station. While we are also going to Bunbury Bus Station, so that's why this is the confusing part right here. Here we are. What is that one? 14.98 on the 845 service. She should do something else. I don't remember. I don't know what she's going to do afterwards, but might be school service, but who knows. Now the 845 is not as long as the 841. The 841 is ridiculously long because it serves the main area of Australind where the TransWA also stops by actually. The 841 is like almost an hour long, I want to say, that whole route, but 845 is like around 30-40 minutes. It's a long journey, but we're getting there. I'm saving most of these videos into my USB. Unfortunately, some of the longer, like very long videos, I actually cannot put it into the USB because it just fails my entire computer when I did it. Here we go. Maybe around 6 more minutes we might be able to get back to base. It's just unfortunate in here is a lot of bumps and it's slow. Well, someone should be going to Bunbury Bus Station as well, considering that guy actually doesn't know anything. He's just asking the driver earlier on. You see another shelter for that stop, like what the hell? Not these iron plate shelters. This is the thing, is looping a whole loop around. We're like at the coastline already, which there's a river right there, I think. Yep, there's the river right there, and then we're just along the line here. And I think we turn here. I think this path will lead straight back to the town. Oh, we're turning. Kind of forgot how it goes, but... And it really serves the senior center, which is kind of annoying. If not, it just drives next to the coastline and drives in from the back. Only 38% left. Hopefully my phone can survive up to Australind later on. None of these videos needs to edit, so that's why I'm just filming them with my Android phone. Hopefully we have enough battery to survive the entire 845 journey later on. Which we should. 35% around there should be surviving. Might die, but that's fine. Oh boy, that's so bumpy here. Because after when I take the 845 back down, I'm just gonna go straight to eat and then just go straight back to the hotel. Now the waking up time is not ideal these days. Tomorrow we're doing the down south routes, going to Dowdallup and stuff. Instead of the 8:30, tomorrow we're walking again. There, we come back out now. That's where the main path goes for some of the routes, and we just turn down now to the town center. Couple of more days left, and we're going straight back to Perth. Fortunately, that means school is starting again. I also need to start some of the studies before it's actually a little too late. Turn left. Which, if you're not doing deviation, just continue up there. So, yep, we have to turn in here, unfortunately. Now we don't turn down like the other routes does. We don't turn down, we just go straight to do the deviating section, quote-unquote deviating sections. But so, the other routes that goes to Health Campus turns left from here. While they come back up and it returns left to serve the stop over there, which the 829 and 828 I think both also deviate. No, I don't think the 828 actually deviates. I think 828 does also count as a normal path, but 829 would cause us deviations. In here again, serve the Senior Citizen Center. I literally came yesterday just to hike up that hill next to there. Literally it's not a hill at all, it's just walking like 100 steps and that's it. Here we are. Literally no one as well. Completely useless. Should have more people going outbound now, but absolutely useless. Skip. Also have the 843, that's the Dowulop service, which also does this part. I just walked up there yesterday. These are alright, but school students already going. This stop is so terrible. You see the stops right there and the shelters over there. And who the hell would wait at that stop, considering it's just going to the bus station? Oh, there's still an NH at the bus station. Is it 1585 again? And there's my hotel. Right here. The Wi-Fi is really terrible with this hotel. And actually there's still a lot of terrible functions of this hotel. First thing, there's no microwave for the rooms, terrible. And the shower does not separate from the toilet, so I got my toilet literally drowned yesterday. Flooded. Literally got flooded because I accidentally stepped on the draining hole and blocked the draining. And then I didn't know, and then all the water just flew out. Absolutely terrible. Also, there are some mosquitoes in my room, which is also terrible. I killed like a couple of them already. And just the interior looks of it is also pretty scary looking. Made it. Oh boy. Bunbury Bus Station. Oh my gosh, look at how many school students there are. Oh boy. There's NHs. 1586 on the 841. That's actually a school days deviating trip, but I'll just do the 845 today. Which I think she's doing 844. There's an 827 going as well, 1482 over there. And I think, yes, she's doing the 844 now. You see how packed it is. Okay, there's the 841. It said Australians Traverse Drive, but that's actually not the terminus, and it says continuous route 845, so I have no idea what's going on. Because that's not the way the 845 goes. The 845 is like Kingston Drive or something like that. And there goes the school students crowding the 844 with the deviating on there. Queendale Primary School. Which we'll take that very soon, but I'll take the inbound direction for that one, so... That's it, the 827. Terrible. Completely useless. So I only see 1585 and 1586 for NHs. I saw 1588 last time when I go down to Busselton via Bunbury. I saw it on the 841, but that's basically it. There's 844. School special 789. Bunbury Bus Station 789. That's the one in Perth that just goes from the city busport to Mercedes College. And is run by Swan as well for that one. There I go, 789. First school special officially I see on 1480 over there. It just, actually we just saw that bus and it's just doing 789 now. Nice. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.